I am not an artist. I'm not even what I would really consider creative, in part because I don't totally know what that means, and in part because when I hear people talk about what it means to be creative, I think that doesn't describe me at all. And then when I consider the amount of just wildly skilled creatives that I've had the just really huge privilege to work with in my career, I think that doesn't really describe them either. So what is creativity? To be honest, I do have a bit of a definition for it, but I don't find it all that useful. What I'm way more interested though is how can I get better at being creative? So if you're the creative type or you really want to be one, here are the collection of traits that I've seen consistently produce the most high quality work. So let's start with the fun stuff. The first one is to just be insatiably curious about everything, especially about people and why they do the things that they do or don't do. Most creative endeavors are motivated by trying to solve a problem rooted in human behavior and how to influence that. Be observational always. Let yourself sit with confusion or even contradictory philosophies without having the need to solve it or cast judgment on it. Go deep, and then you will always be able to go wide, understand and relish in the fact that your primary job is to find life fascinating. Try to live 1,000 different lives, because what curiosity really is an ever-expanding data set that you can draw from to connect dots that other people simply can't. And that, I think, is the fertile soil in which creativity thrives. Your ability to combine more ideas into more unique insights is what makes people stop and pay attention. And attention is the game. That's what makes you so valuable. Oh, and do things in real life. Social media is not real life, and you will gain far fewer real insights if you just scroll all day long. Be in the world. All right, I'm gonna go try to catch a sunset out at the coast, and figured I'd take you with me. Sound good? And that brings me to point number 2, and that is an unwavering devotion to your craft, because the better you get at anything, whether that's video, photo, painting, editing, design, whatever, the bigger your ideas can be, because they will no longer be confined to the tiny limits of your existing skill set. It's easy to be great in your mind. It is way harder to be great in public. When you see work that looks like, impossible to accomplish, please understand that it's not genius. It's just that they probably practiced way more than you at their craft. They have developed a set of skills that to an untrained person looks like magic, but to them, it's just another day at work. I think we're so quick to ascribe years of dedicated effort to genius because it lets us off the hook. We just go, well, I could never do that because I'm not a genius. But creativity is not something reserved for geniuses. It's reserved for those who work. And your work is what you will have to show. A great portfolio is not built on IOUs and potential. It is based on your ability to create good work. So devote yourself to your craft. And finally, you have to have the ability to fail in public a lot and just keep going. Doing creative work means constantly putting yourself out there. Your ideas, your worldviews, your philosophies, your solutions, your work, and you will be judged. You will be. Whether that's by a creative director in an internal meeting, or by a client in a pitch session, or by some keyboard warrior on YouTube or LinkedIn or your favorite social platform. This place is just amazing though. It's so pretty, and sunset out here is incredible. You got the ocean. It's high tide, so it's a little nutty right now, but man, it's such a great spot. Your survival as a creative will come down to thick skin, knowing the difference between a troll and a constructive critic, and the genuine belief that you have something worth sharing. Oh, and also realizing that as much as we want to think otherwise, the stakes are quite low. I mean, what, someone's not gonna like your idea? They're gonna not like your video, the horror. We can enjoy our jobs and take pride in our work, while at the same time recognizing that our career of choice is mainly mucking around in a sandbox. So be curious, work hard at developing your skills. Put yourself out there in public constantly and do it over and over and over. The more I think of myself as a craftsman rather than a creative, and the more I realize that great work comes from a lot of hard work, the more creative I get.